Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is Refuge from Narcissism, and this refugee video is sponsored by contribution from Teresa, and this is Teresa from The Narcissist Golden Child is a Coward. Here's her story. Hi, Ollie. In this letter, I wanted to ask you for some advice on how to deal with people when they ask you about your family. Oh, boy. Throughout my no contact years, this one still drives me crazy. Okay. I've talked about this, about meeting new people, and when you just don't want to explain that your family is garbage and trash and that you're no contact with them and why you're no contact with them and you don't want to hear, but they're your family. What I would tell people is my family's dead, which not necessarily isn't untrue, for the most part. But when I first started telling people, I used to tell them, yeah, my family was on flight at TWA, Flight 800. It's not funny. I mean, it's not funny because everybody died and the plane exploded on takeoff. But that was it. There's no follow-up questions. There's no, I lost my family on a flight. They're gone. Gone. That's it. Ends that. Over. Done. Finished. Okay, you don't even have to be that specific. You're like, I just don't want to talk about it. I just tell them they're gone. They're gone. They're dead. But I used to say TWA Flight 800. Throughout my no contact years, this one still drives me crazy. People that I think are nice, sometimes even in close relationships, don't seem to understand or want to understand why I've gone no contact, which is exactly why it's Flight 800. I'm tired of hearing comments like, but it's your family. Can't you just forgive and forget? But a mother is a mother, except, yeah, we all hear it. Flight 800. Flight 800. Some other kind of fucking massive public attack. Something they're not going to question. Because they don't want to be questioned. Because once again, what this is you being put on trial. Is by you putting on trial by new people. Now you have to prove to them why it's okay that you don't talk to your fucking family. These are the trials that never end. It's not only your narcissist, it's society as a whole. They need to understand why you don't talk to your parents. Because they're assholes. Because telling them that they're assholes and they're abusive and they're toxic, nobody can get it. All families have problems. Yeah, right. It's the ignorance of them. You just want to fucking just shut up and stop talking. Just be my friend. Just be my fucking friend. And then you get to the point where it's like, fuck it. I'm going home, gonna close up my blinds and just sit in there and do what I do alone with my lights on or whatever it is that makes you fucking happy. This is why we become introverts. This is why. And the problem is these people sometimes say this after hearing my stories of childhood abuse. Right, because they don't want to believe it. Because, and I've explained this to people over on this channel over and over and over again. When you're raised with love, when you're truly loved by your family, by your parents, like you get that. So, even though they're thinking, even though they did, they must still be loved. No, we weren't. Don't these people have any empathy? It really worries me because honestly, this makes me lose faith in humanity. Because they can't believe it. Unless you've been beaten to death, okay? They don't want to believe it. oh, well, your mother must love you anyway. You know, all parents have, you know, because they think they got hit once. You know, that's their claim. You know, I got hit once. You know, yeah, once. Try 3-4 times a day. Try in the middle of the fucking night. Try getting beat all the way home in a fucking car over and over and over again for God knows what. Flight 800. Flight 800. They're dead. They're gone. Don't even try to explain it to them. I know that I saw one video where you said that you told strangers your parents were dead. But one, this doesn't solve the problem of figuring out how to tell people that are close to me, because sooner or later they will find out that my parents are unfortunately very alive. Why? Why? Why would they? If they're why would they find out if they're close to you that your parents are still alive? I mean, unless you're telling them eventually. I think I would feel kind of awkward lying about death like that. 3, it still doesn't solve my frustration of people not making an effort to understand and basically accusing me of being the one to blame for not having a family. You're not going to convince them because they don't understand it. They don't understand it. So then once again, well, you must be the problem. No. People who haven't been abused by these people don't understand. They can't conceptualize it. And it may be to the point where these people are not for you. They're not. If you can't separate your personal life, i.e. your family, your narcissistic abuse, from your friends in any way, that there's no way that they cannot find out that your parents are still alive, then you're hanging out with the wrong people. Or you're not living far enough away, or you can't carry a conversation without bringing this stuff up about your past and your abuse and whatnot. This is why so many of us are introverts. It isn't necessarily because of us. It isn't because of us. It's because we've been so freaking damaged, okay, that we have to set these boundaries up. And it makes people uncomfortable. It makes people uncomfortable when you stop taking your family's bullshit. Especially our age, especially if you're Gen X and you're dealing with boomer parents, boomer family members. Oof. The fear of that is daunting. It mesmerizes me how someone can think that someone else could put themselves in such a painful position as not having a family out of fun. Well, if that's what they think, you're hanging out with the wrong people, Teresa. Okay? Look, we can't hang out with just anybody. We can't just make friends with just anybody. You can't. And if there's people who are trying, listen, those are red flags. People who are trying to force you to admit that your parents aren't that bad or what. Like, no, these are just more potential flying monkeys. These are weak-minded people. Okay, people who can't stand on their own convictions, who don't have the courage to stand up to something and just want to go along to get along. That's your mother. You only have one family. Like, they're dead. They're gone. And that ends that. And if you're not unable to keep up that illusion with these people, then you're hanging out with the wrong people. And that sucks, especially if you want to have friends and you want to be social and you want to be doing all this stuff. But what's the point if you got to constantly be defending this shit? So, that's the best advice I could give you there, Teresa. You know, Either you're going to have to find new friends, or you're going to have to figure out how to tell these people, another story, because they don't get it. Half of them are incapable of getting it because they've been loved and they just can't conceptualize it. The other half is too scared to get it and too cowardly to get it. Either way, they're no good for you. So I hope that helps. Thank you so much for another contribution and story, Teresa. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, something you'd like me to expose, you'd like to set up Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been Refuge from Narcissism. Take care.